Welcome, shave fans. Today it's time for another Blade versus Blade episode. Today we will be pitting the Topaz Platinum versus the Treet Classic. And I've tried one other Treet blade before, so I have a little expectation on this. Should be okay, but not great. But I've never tried the Topaz before. So hopefully the Treet Classic will surprise me, and we'll see on the Topaz. I don't know. So because of the colors of the wrappers, the Topaz will be the blue team, and the Treet Classic will be the red team. Now for the field of battle. I haven't taken a shower yet, so I went ahead and did a pre-shave with some of the Your Best Face luxury shave cream. And so I just wet down my face and put on just a real thin coat so it absorbs in and makes my face and beard more pliable for shaving. And now for the field of battle, it will be Jeeves of Hudson Street Apothecary. And I haven't looked to see what he's calling this now, but this is a kind of a mint eucalyptus-y scent, sweet. It's got a bunch of other stuff in there, but just a really nice soap. We did spa night, my wife and I, the other night, and I shaved her legs with this, and she loves it. So Brian, very, very, very nice scent. When you can get my hypersensitive nosed pregnant wife to like a scent, that's a real achievement. She doesn't like anything right now. All right, I'm going to wet down my face again, and I've already got a lather started in the brush, so we'll just finish it up, do a little face lather, and get going. My brush today will be one of my tiki brushes that I 3D print in wood.
Dad, you are silly.
Am I silly? I've just been joined by my 3-year-old daughter, so this may be a little interesting. As anybody who has a 3-year-old or who has ever raised a 3-year-old knows, they are simply incapable of being quiet or remaining still for any given length of time. Brian's soap base over at Jeeves of Hudson Street is just one of my all-time favorites. It's just an absolute monster performer. All right. Okay, just real briefly over the rules. I will do one razor on each side of the face, and then pass 2 I will alternate, and pass 3 I will bring them back, and then usually the winner gets the cleanup. So hopefully one of these will stand out highly above the other, or even better would be if they were just both great on my face. And remember that the whole point of this is not to figure out what works for you, but what works for me and what is comfortable on my face. So your mileage may vary. All right, we'll go ahead and start with the blue.
Dad,
Yes, Lyra.
you look funny.
Thank you.
Thank you look very funny.
Oh, thank you. Remember, I'm shaving for video, so you need to be quiet. All right. The blue side felt pretty good. Now we will try the treat.
Treat? What's a treat? Daddy, what's a treat?
It's a type of razor blade that I'm using today.
Oh, Daddy, that's cool.
All right, so far so good. Both of these feel pretty comfortable, so they should be pretty close. I'll go ahead and finish up the second and third passes and clean up, and we'll come back and see who's the winner and talk a little more about the soap. Okay, to finish off this shave, I am going to be using some of my favorite aftershave and actually an EDT made by my buddy over at Hazelet's Apothecary. So Dean Mark Walter, Dean and Holly, his wife, helps too, but makes these just wonderful, real herbal, organic aftershave, and also a very limited edition EDT, which comes in a little bottle that he hand paints with a skull on it. I don't know where. I think it's up in my stash, but you can see this is the 5-in-1. This is what most people might know about. So the 5-in-1, you can see it's kind of light. It's tonic-y, like I said, very natural. And then this, the darker one, this is an EDT he made, and he only made 7 of them. EDT is Eau de Toilette, and so it's kind of cologne-ish. And Eau de Toilette refers to the strength of the scent. So he took all the raw ingredients and distilled them down and made his own EDT from start to scratch. And so if you know, a herbal earthy tone, you know, it just like handmade from scratch scent sounds like it's appealing to you, then you'll probably love this. I do, and I know several of the other guys that have gotten a bottle do. Dean just posted on the website, somebody asked about it, and he's only got 2 bottles left. He only made 7 because you start with a big bunch of ingredients and then you distill it all down and you don't get very much at the end. You know, so it's kind of expensive to make. But wow, it's really good stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is pre-hit it with the 5-in-1, and then I'll follow up with the EDT because the EDT is much stronger. And they're very similar scents, so they lay over the top of each other easily. The 5-in-1 has more, I would say more of the apple cider vinegar and just more liquid in general, just a different blend. And then, like I said, this is much more concentrated, basically. Although there is slight differences in that, so. I already just love the 5-in-1, and then this stuff is just wow. And well, both of these, because of the apple cider vinegar and things like that, when you first spray them on, it has one smell, you know, one blend of smells, but then the apple cider vinegar dissipates, you know, it dries out, and then it doesn't smell like that anymore, and so it leaves everything else behind. So it's one of those, both of these are one of those scents that change as you wear them, so they will be different on your skin half an hour later than when you initially spray it, or if you just sniff it out of the bottle. That will never do. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend it. It's just really cool stuff. So Hazelet's Apothecary. Now then, let's talk about our blades. We had the Topaz Platinum head-to-head versus the Treet Classic. And I was pleasantly surprised. Both of these gave me a really comfortable shave. I was very happy with both of them, actually. But there was one that just barely squeaked out the other. And I would have to say both of these blades, though, are probably ones that I wouldn't mind adding a bunch to my, you know, my rotation. So I could see myself getting 100 of these next time I go out for blades. But the one that just squeaked out the other was the Topaz. The Topaz Platinum was just slightly, ever so slightly more comfortable. It's one of those things where, you know, it might be different on tomorrow's shave. They were that close where it totally could be, you know, a change in technique over, you know, day to day. Hard to say. But for today, the Topaz, slightly better. So there you have it. And the Jeeves of Hudson Street Apothecary. I'll put the links for all this stuff down below so that anybody who wants to check it out can. Just love this scent. It's like a sweet kind of spearminty with a nice blend of backer. It's not terribly strong, but it's the right strength for this scent. So it's not overpowering, but I think it's the right strength for that scent. So there you have it. All right, gents, I actually just had a phenomenal shave. That was really awesome. Sometimes when I do blade versus blade, one of the blades kind of sucks and they're not that great. But today, awesome shave all around. Have a great day.